has a rather lovely ending. Returning home from an international gaming convention, I couldn't wait to put my pictures on Facebook. Half the fun of being adventurous is bragging about the awesome things that you had a chance to see and do. And if you can find kooky games that never got released in America, you can inspire a little bit more jealousy in your friends with each bizarre gem you found. As I was preparing to upload the photos, I noticed Sean, an old friend of mine, in the chat. I hadn't spoken to him in a while, so I threw out an introductory, "Yo." Sean replied, "Hey, how did the trip go? Find anything good?" What an awesome day this was shaping up to be. I had been waiting the entire plane trip to brag about my new gaming swag. I rushed headlong into my pent-up gaming infomercial. I hit the DS games hard. I gushed. It may be the last gen, but it's not region locked. So most of the stuff I got was just cheap filler like a UK driver's ed test prep game. However, I did find some bits of strangeness worth mentioning. Apparently Mr. Bean somehow got a DS platformer a few years ago, but the real prize was a game starring Tingle. "No way," Sean typed. I shot him a link to review of Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land to corroborate my story. He replied, "Unbelievable. Sure sounds more interesting than what I've got at the moment." I ventured, "More Facebook fluff?" Confirming my suspicions, he said, "Yeah, it's the cutesy city buildings thing your cousin John was going on about." With a healthy dose of gamer sympathy, I asked, "How is it?" After a few seconds, Sean replied, "Not bad, actually. You order around a little chibi imp, and it builds things for you. Its gameplay is a bit thin, but it has some character to it, at least." With a slight chuckle, I wrote, "Let me know how it goes. I'm going to upload my trip pics and then take some shots of Rupee Land gameplay. The quality won't be great, but I want to inflict this on everyone ASAP." I set the uploader to start on my pictures before popping the Rupee Land game card into the system. It didn't load at first, but a quick pass with some rubbing alcohol seems to fix the problem. The title card featured Tingle frolicking in front of a castle while gently joyous music chimed through the speakers. Once in the game itself, the atmosphere promised to provide some good material to show off. Soothing birds and vibrant art complemented the quirky rupee-centric mechanics. If a game ever started by trying to kill the player with charm, it would be this one. After playing for a while, I put the game down when I heard the familiar Facebook chat chime. "Sorry if I'm bothering you," Sean typed. "I just want to check something real quick. Is Facebook working normally for you?" I conducted a quick, confused survey before assuring him that everything seemed normal on my end. "Odd," he typed before a long pause. "My Facebook has turned red and black. I thought it might be the game app, but virus scans show nothing. I have restarted the computer, I even reinstalled Chrome, and I have triple-checked for anything routing to me on the other site. I was hoping it was some sort of promotion or event. I can't explain this. I'd cut my losses and go to an expert tomorrow," I feebly offered. "I know," he said. "I'm just kind of disappointed that I won't get to see the end of the game. Your cousin was really hyping it. I think it has something to do with the imp. It keeps getting larger as I build my city. Thanks anyway." Regretting my inability to help, I returned to Rupee Land. Once again, I was lost within a few minutes. I was nearing the first boss fight when I heard repeat chimes. My cousin was spamming me with links to play a game called Cityscaper Naruku. There are times when I swear he has the social grace of an impatient wildebeest. Attempting to retain composure, I responded, "Hey, if that's the game you sent to Sean, it's done something crazy to his computer. Don't think you were going to get me to try it until I hear back from him about what happened. That's just a harmless side effect. Besides, you've got to check out the ending," he continued. I tried several times to politely play later, and each time he countered with, "It has a rather lovely ending." Now, genuinely annoyed, I snapped, "I don't know why you were talking like that, but I don't care. When you calm down, we can talk. Until then, I was in the middle of something." Even after my outburst, he persisted. Eventually, I just blocked him in frustration. I'd talk to my aunt tomorrow and see if everything was all right. I really wasn't in a state to handle diplomacy and hoped that he had just forgotten a dose of Ritalin. I tried to calm down by getting back to Rupee Land, but I just couldn't focus. Despite occasionally being a hyper pain in the butt, John hadn't acted like this before. There had to be something about the game that really got to him. A quick search for Cityscaper Naruku yielded little more than a mountain of glowing reviews. It was only upon reading the reviews I started to grow uneasy. Every game I have ever played is hated by someone. Even a classic will have at least one detractor. This was the first game I'd seen earn unanimous maximum scores, and every review, I mean every single review, ended with the same phrase: "It has a rather lovely ending." Beyond that, the phrase kept showing up in squee-filled forum posts. It was in image macros. It headlined blogs. It was like if it was a lying cake-esque meme. It must have sprung up while I was on my trip. I'd never seen anything like this. My attention returned to Facebook when a cacophony of chimes altered me to a flood of messages. High school acquaintances, work friends, classmates alike were all sending me the same message. It has a rather lovely ending. For everyone I blocked, several more joined the spam attack. Amidst the dim notice, Sean was still on. Typing the fastest I'd ever typed, I sent, "Hey, are you still playing that game? Something weird is going on. People are freaking out about it. I can't get a moment's peace. Close Facebook, I'll call you." "But I'm so close to the end," he whined. "I think I've been building in some sort of pattern. It's oddly geometric and kind of pleasant." "I'm not joking. Close Facebook now," I responded. I was screaming as I typed it in a vain attempt to make him hear the warning. Hard booting the computer, I grabbed all my cell phone. My fingers barely found their target as they dialed. I sighed as Sean picked up the phone, unable to contain my relief. I said, "Thank God. Tell me what you saw in the game and maybe we can figure out why everyone has lost their mind over this thing." Those few seconds I waited before he spoke crept by an anguished pace. It was only when I was considering checking to see if the phone call had been dropped that I heard him speak in a voice full of placid distance. "If you want to know what is in the game, you'll have to play it. It's a lot of fun, actually, and I don't want to spoil any surprise, but it has a rather lovely ending."